And as you start to see, you talk about Ghost Rider, we've got Blade, we've got Doctor Strange, we're at the supernatural angles, we've got the street level with our announcement of Daredevil, and of course Spidey going into the street level heroes, and cosmic. And that's where our friends Eros and Pip live.
Daredevil, hang on!
This time I'm getting you out of here.
How? You can't see your way through this smoke.
Maybe some of us look at the world differently than others.
You saved me.
Actually, I was saving Peter Parker.
Excuse me?
Since you and I appear to be on the same team, I should tell you who our real adversary is in all this. His name is Wilson Fisk.
What is going on, guys, and welcome back to News to Astonish, where we discuss comics, movies, games, and more. I'm your host, Ronnie, and tonight we're going to be talking about Spidey's future in the MCU. Thank you for joining me here tonight, folks. If you're new here, be sure to like, subscribe, and click on the bell notification so you can get the latest in MCU news and, of course, Marvel Spider-Man and Marvel Spider-Man 2 related news as well. If that stuff is for you, then definitely subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And speaking of subscriptions, you guys are amazing. Today, I literally just hit 11K. I am further extending my gratitude by actually thanking you real quick before I get started with the video. And definitely follow me on my social media links. You can simply just type up @News2Astonish on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, or even Twitch, and you'll find me there if you want to check out some other things that I do outside of YouTube as well. Join my Discord. The invitation link to that is in the description box below. So anyways, let's go ahead and talk about the Spider-Man news that you heard here today. Now, this is an actual old clip from San Diego Comic-Con, but I wanted to touch briefly upon this because we can probably be getting Spider-Man appearing in one of the Disney Plus shows, and that's Daredevil Born Again, which is going to be coming out around towards the end or mid of 2024, which is something I'm really looking forward to and I'm super excited about. It's going to be 18 episodes long, the longest Disney Plus MCU show there is as of now, and it's going to be super exciting. Hopefully, Sony's willing to play nice and allow Marvel Studios to borrow Spider-Man to appear in Daredevil Born Again, because where does Daredevil mainly fight crime? In Hell's Kitchen, New York. And odds are, Spidey's bound to actually interact with Daredevil at some point. We couldn't have that in the previous Daredevil show on Netflix, sadly, because that was actually associated with Marvel Entertainment, and Marvel Studios had nothing to do with it. Now that the rights reverted back into Marvel Studios, and basically Marvel Entertainment has dissolved within Marvel Studios, we can actually now pin our two favorite heroes in red together, and this is really exciting. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up this article. It's called startfacts.com, and I'm going to read this to you, and then we'll discuss more. So, a Marvel show without cameos, never heard of that. Sometimes it would seem that MCU fans wait for the new show simply for them to include characters that were not initially supposed to appear. With the multiverse trend being a full swing, the tendency becomes even clearer. After fans rallying for Charlie Cox's Daredevil to appear in She-Hulk and land his own show, they are now demanding that Daredevil Born Again features Spider-Man. A team-up between Matt Murdock and Peter Parker is not a new thing in the Marvel fandom. A lot of people have craved to see it on screens. However, the chances of the iconic web-slinger appearing in Daredevil Born Again are quite low, mainly due to copyright issues. In order to use Spider-Man in the MCU, Marvel needs a permission from Sony, which is why Peter Parker has so far appeared in big hits and his solo movies. When it comes to Disney Plus projects, Sony is unlikely to give a green light for Marvel to use the character. If the need to include Peter Parker seems urgent, then Marvel could theoretically pay Sony to make sure Spider-Man appears, but Daredevil Born Again is hardly a project that would prompt Marvel to do so. However, it does not necessarily mean that the Daredevil and Spider-Man are never going to be teaming up on screen. The two superheroes can appear in a big team-up movies such as the future Avengers films, or Matt Murdock can slide into another Spider-Man solo movie should one be green-lit. Bringing Charlie Cox's beloved very good lawyer Matt Murdock back to screens, Daredevil Born Again is slated for a 2024 spring release, with the precise premiere date to be clarified. And I'm really excited for that. Again, like I mentioned earlier, if Sony's willing to play nice, which I think they should, because they should not be stupid and stubborn, they should pretty much give the fans what they want. And I, as a fan, especially for Spider-Man, because, you know, let's face it, my channel is mostly a Spider-Man channel. The brilliant thing to do is to include Spider-Man, because if Sony does cater to the fans by allowing Spider-Man to appear in Daredevil Born Again, then not only does Sony win, Sony makes money, the fans win, because the fans get what they want, and it's the right thing to do. So let's just hope that Sony doesn't play coy. And let's just hope that this does become a reality, because a Spider-Man Daredevil team up in any kind of way, no matter what way, shape, or form it is, whether it be in an Avengers film, an episode of Daredevil, or a future Spider-Man solo film, in any way, shape, or form, I would love to see that team up. And I feel like we've only gotten that small teaser of what it would be like to see Peter Parker and Matt Murdock in Spider-Man No Way Home. But that scene was literally only a minute long. I want to see an actual team up where they fight alongside each other because they are a great duo in the comics. What are your thoughts? Do you think it's possible that Marvel Studios will give Sony a big fat check just to borrow Spider-Man just for a couple of episodes of Daredevil Born Again? Or do you think Sony's just not going to let it happen because they're just stupid? You comment down below your thoughts. I'm sorry, Sony, for calling you stupid. I mean, there's a lot of things that I love about you, including your products, some of your movies, PlayStation's where it's at for you, but sometimes you can be really stubborn, and honestly, I have no problem calling you out about it, but again, I'm sorry at the same time. But Sony, please play nice if you're watching this video. I know you're not going to watch this video, but still, play nice. Do it for the fans. Think about the fans. Anyways, guys, that's all I got for you tonight. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click on the bell notifications so you all don't miss anything. Follow me on my social media, and until next time, I'll see you all in the next comic panel.